Say hello to the S25 Edge, available to pre-order now. Got an affiliate link in the description if you want to go that route, help support the channel. But you can get one for $10.99. It comes with 256 gigabytes of storage. And this is an interesting phone. It's a very polarizing phone because a lot of people have really been questioning it, judgmental about it, wondering, who is this phone for? Well, I can tell you it's the phone for people who are going to buy it, right? But it's a beautiful phone. Comes in 3 different colors. Comes in titanium silver, titanium jet black, and titanium icy blue. And there's some decent deals on it right now. If you do pre-order, you can get it for $10.99 for the 256 model. They're giving a free storage upgrade to 512, which is really nice. And if you did the reserve your pre-order, you got $50 towards the device as well. So that's a nice thing. It's going to be available at Amazon, Best Buy, and Samsung. You can order one of these if you want. Like I said, I've got an affiliate link in the description. You can use that. Definitely get this while it's on sale for pre-order because you want to get it while you can get the savings. Because after the pre-order deals are gone, you're going to pay $10.99 and get a 256, not $10.99 and get a 512. But the colors are beautiful. The thing is, I want to talk about this because until you hold this phone, like until you see it in person and you hold it, like it just looks abstract. You look at a picture, you see something that's thinner, and basically we're getting a phone kind of like the Ultra, but it's going to be essentially the size of the Plus with Quad HD Plus resolution, by the way, 120 hertz refresh rate, but weighs as much as this. So it's like this weird baby between the phones, but it comes out to 5.8 millimeters thin, or 5.8 millimeters thick, however you want to call it. It is a really thin phone. And you can definitely feel that. Like as soon as you pick up the phone and you get your hands on it, you're like, wow, this is something else. And it reminds me of the olden days. I put a tweet out this earlier today talking about, it reminds me of like when we had the iPhone 6 and the Galaxy S6. And this is even thinner than those. But you get the big screen on there as well. Like this isn't something where there's a whole lot of compromises on day-to-day performance. There are compromises. The compromise in the battery. It has a 3900 milliamp battery, which is not going to make some people happy. How they figure this out, I don't know. But roughly, it might be able to get you through a day. If you're somebody who uses your phone maybe 3 or 4 hours screen on time a day, it's going to get you all day phone battery. If you're someone like me who needs the full 5,000 milliamp batteries, and I use my phone 6, 7, 8 hours a day with the screen on, it's not going to last you all day. And you're going to have to top it up. You'll have 25 watt charging. I kind of figured they'd do that. I didn't think this was going to be 45 watt. It is 25 just because, they want to go ahead and make sure that they protect and preserve that battery for as long as possible. It does have wireless charging, and a lot of people were skeptical about that because it's so thin. It even has a vapor chamber. So it has a modified vapor chamber. It has wireless charging, stereo speakers, not one speaker like the rumored iPhone 17 Air. It's got the 2 cameras on the back. You got the 200 megapixel, and then you've got the ultra wide as well. And the ultra wide is a 12 megapixel. So this isn't the upgraded 50 that's on the Ultra. And I think there's some distinctions they want to make here. I think this phone fits kind of squarely between the Plus and also the Ultra. Like it gives you some Ultra-esque features. It's ultra thin for one. And again, that's like, of course, that's a big selling point here. People who are tired of carrying these big, bulky 200 plus gram phones, and you're not compromising on power. You get the Snapdragon 8 Elite. You get 12 gigabytes of RAM. So under the hood, it's the same. You get the modified vapor chamber, which is going to be great for helping, wick away heat and keep the temperature down. Titanium body. And then you've got, like I said, the 200 megapixel camera, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 12 megapixel selfie. It's capable of recording an 8K video. And it's also got like the sound eraser and all those cool things like people like. It's got all the AI features jam-packed into it. One UI 7, Android 15. And yeah, this thing is 5.8 millimeters thin, 163 grams. Just for information, that's 1 gram different than the S25. So you got a phone this big that weighs the same as the smaller phone effectively. And it's crazy because when you see a phone, like you see a larger phone, you go pick it up, your brain already has like this intrinsic value assigned to it, this expectation of what it's going to weigh when you pick it up. And you pick it up, you're like, wow, this thing is so thin. But it's really cool. I was saying it reminds me kind of like Star Trek, or it reminds me like some of those sci-fi movies where you see them holding that really thin piece of glass or that really thin tablet and they're tapping away on it. This gives you that full immersive flagship experience. It's going to be lighter, easier to carry, easier to fit inside of your pocket. And I want to show you something here real quick. I was there with the Samsung guys. I was able to get my hands on the case. So there's two cases I got my hands on. The leather one, the Kind Suit, which is the same as I've been using with my S25 Ultra. So I've been using the Kind Suit on my S25 Ultra ever since I got it. So I love this case. They have the case for this phone. They also have a clear one. And the clear one, it doesn't even look like it's got a case on it. I was actually impressed with the clear case. I'm not normally a clear case kind of guy, but you can pre-order those as well. You can get those if you go through, like I said, Samsung, link in the description, all that stuff. But you can get the case. The great, I saw the the charcoal looking colored one, like the black phone with that gray looking case. It looks so nice, and it doesn't really add any heft. They made this thing so thin, and it's also nice to keep the bottom cut out, so you still have some contact with the phone. It really does feel like it's not wearing a case at all, but it is. So you got that. You got IP68, which is nice. 6.7-inch display, Quad HD Plus. Some people were worried it was going to be Full HD Plus, 1080p. It is Quad HD Plus. And this is where I get into it with like some of the iPhone stuff. People are like, oh, well, why do you hate on the iPhone but not this one? Well, obviously the iPhone has one camera on the back. It's likely going to be 60 hertz. And it will also have a small battery. They're talking about making a battery pack to get you through the day. Might even have one speaker, but the thing's going to cost like probably $900 and basically be a glorified iPhone 16e. This one has two cameras on the back, very clearly. It has wireless charging, which the iPhone Air probably won't have. It has the vapor chamber in there. It has a 3900 milliamp battery, which is not the greatest. I would love a bigger one. I would have liked to have seen some of that silicon technology, but yeah, this thing, no, it doesn't have a telephoto. If this thing had a telephoto, it would be such a complete phone. Other than the battery, and I would be more excited about it. I'm excited about it in some ways because this is cool. Like we have to. It's just like when the iPhone 10 came out, or we got these other phones, and they started pushing the envelope $1,000, or we're talking about $1,700, $2,000 foldable phones. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive because you're paying to get that newer technology, that new form factor. It takes a lot to be able to shove all of those components into this really, really thin phone. Every time I say really thin, it reminds me of the movie Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby and talking with the French guy. It's like really, really thin pancakes when they're talking about crepes or however you want to say it. So it's a really, really thin pancake phone. And I know this isn't for everyone. Like this is not a mainstream phone. This is not one that's going to sell 50 million units. It's something where Samsung said, hey, there are people that want this, so we're going to make it. And I think some people get upset because they're like, why is Samsung doing this? Why are they wasting the money on this? The Ultra is such a good phone. I've already got the Ultra. This phone is not for you. If you got an Ultra, you probably don't want this phone. Why? I mean, you're going to be taking a really complete phone and you're going to be giving up some things for a thinner phone. Maybe you do want it. Maybe you're on a jump program. Maybe you're on a next program. Or maybe you're sitting there with your S20, S20 Ultra, S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra, and you weren't impressed with the S25 Ultra, but you were holding out waiting for this one. There are people that want it. Will it sell 2 or 3 million? Maybe. I mean, I don't know or care how many it sells, but there are people that want it. And my whole thing, and I will say this about the Air also, like I don't want to crap on Apple for making the Air. I crap on them for making it so dumbed down that it's a ripoff. Not because the phone exists. This phone I don't think is a ripoff. I think at $1099, I think it's fine. You're going to get flagship level performance, Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, 12 gigs of RAM, 6.7-inch screen, vapor chamber, wireless charging, IP68, 200 megapixel camera, and it's crazy thin. So there's stuff to like there, but I do recognize it has a limited audience. But if this gets us to the next level, like if maybe next year they come out with one of the silicon technology and manage to put a 4,500 watt or 45 milliamp battery, that'll be a win. Like they got to start somewhere, and I think this is a start. It's kind of like the Apple Vision Pro. Is the Apple Vision Pro the most perfect headset ever? No. Is it nice? Yeah. Is it worth how much it costs? No. But it paves the way for future stuff. So this phone, for people who want it Generation 1, get into the ground level, I think you'll probably be happy with it. The only concern, again, is the battery life, but it might last you all day. It just depends on how you use your phone. I don't want to say it won't last you all day, but it could. But that certainty, like you're going to get with, like, let's say an S25 Ultra is not there. But the reason I think this works better now is because we know that the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor is like 40% more battery and power efficient than the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3. So we're finally at a place where we got a chipset that's very power efficient for the power. Like, this wouldn't have worked a couple of years ago because the chips were larger and just too power hungry. And also taking out some extra space, there's no S Pen. A lot of people don't like the S Pen. A lot of people really liked the previous Galaxy S Ultra that didn't have an S Pen inside of it, that wasn't a Note. So I think this kind of gives a little bit of that back if you're in that customer basket. It's something there for people who want something different, and certainly it'll be a conversation piece. You walk around, you show this to people, they're like, how in the world is that phone so thin? Like, that makes no sense. I wish they would have thrown a telephoto in there just like a Gee Whiz, even if it wasn't the greatest one in the world. It would be nice. Like, I would like to have that, but yeah, it's gonna be a good phone, and it's gonna be something that people will enjoy. So that's pretty much it. Like, I had about an hour and a half hands-on time with these. I shot a lot of footage. I mean, you can see it side by side with the S25 Ultra. You can see it side by side with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like, it is definitively thinner. And is that a selling point for you? I don't know. I don't know. It's, some people will watch this video and be like, you know what? I've been waiting for this. I'm excited about it. I like it. Some people will be like, that's stupid. Why did they make this? I don't want it. And you're obviously not the target customer. And then there will be people like, okay, that's cool. Like, it's not for me, but I mean, it's neat. And I don't know. Is it worth it to get a phone like this that has only 2 cameras instead of 3? I will say I'm glad that it's $10.99. Here's the thing. And I try to tell people, exercise a little bit of temperance when it comes to these projections. There are people in my comments who are like, I've seen things. It's going to be $1,600. Or, oh, I've already seen this. I know it's going to be $1,400. I knew that was a non-starter. That wasn't going to happen. But at $10.99, I think, it's $1,000 more expensive than the S25 Plus. But it has some nice things the Plus doesn't. But it's $200 cheaper than the Ultra. But it doesn't have some of the stuff the Ultra has. I do wish it had the anti-reflective screen coating. That would be really nice. But I guess they want to reserve that strictly for the Ultra at this point. But yeah, it's a neat phone. I got to spend some time with it. I like it. It's neat. Is it for me? I don't know. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to review it. And I'll let y'all know what I think about it on my full review. This is just kind of like an initial, got my hands on, spent some time with it, and let you guys know. Okay, so if you want to pre-order it, again, it's going to be available on May 30th. So that's when you'll be able to pick up in stores. It's going to be available at Best Buy, Amazon, and I believe carriers, also Samsung. Go to a Best Buy. They're going to have these set up at Best Buy. And I talked to Samsung, and they're like, we're working with Best Buy to have this really small, like ultralight tether thing so it doesn't encumber the phone. So that way you can go see it in person and see and feel how thin it is. It doesn't have like one of those bulky things stuck in like a hockey puck on the back. If you're on the fence, or if you really want to see it in person, go to either a Samsung store, but definitely go to a Best Buy. They're going to have these on display at a lot of Best Buys, and you can see one and feel it, check it out for yourself. So I would caution that if you're really interested, but also if you want to pre-order it, definitely do that, because I think they're going to be limited production. I don't think there's going to be tons and tons of these, so don't be surprised if they sell out and then you got to wait. But like I said, I've got an affiliate link. You can use that. It helps support the channel. Also, if the app pops up, I would say use the website. If the app pops up, for whatever reason, it strips the affiliate code. Like, basically, it doesn't give any credit for me if you're trying to help. Because I know some people, they buy these and they want to help support the channel, because it does. This stuff helps me to be able to do this day in and day out without doing sponsored videos, without doing Substacks, without charging y'all fees. This is what I do for a living. So when there are these affiliate link opportunities, it helps out. It helps you. It helps me. You get the phone you want, and I can keep making these videos. So, yeah, the app, for whatever reason, with the S25 pre-orders, it just gave us no credit whatsoever. So Samsung made a lot of money at our expense. But the website, if you click the link, it works just fine, and you can go that route if you want. But again, I'm not encouraging anyone to buy anything. This is just if you want it. If you want it, go get it. If you don't want it, I recognize this phone is not for a lot of people. So we'll see how it goes. I'll have my full review on this in the next couple of weeks, and we'll go from there. But the nice thing is I'll have my full review before the pre-orders end. So that way I can show you the camera. I can tell you how good the battery life is. all those things that you come here for, that you trust me to give you the information on. I will have that before the phone launches. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you guys next time.